So again I have to go back and again I have to start. There is only one thing I have doing again and again. Okay. Yesterday we have started with coordination and we have gone into detail about atomic transition. And today's session is focusing on business activity, orchestration and choreography. Now we'll have a very fast what we call the recall about atomic transition. The transaction where we go for commit or a rollback for an individual service, that is a small set of code, is nothing but an atomic transition. In this atomic transition we are following some what we call as a transaction formats, that is nothing but a management of a transaction in atomic transition. This is nothing but ACID transaction. So ACID stands for atomic, that is atomicity of a transaction, how it has been initiated, consistency, that is whatever data you have passed from one service to another, whether it is consistent or not, isolated, so that the data is not been used by multiple users, so it is been isolated from different other users. And last one, durable, whenever transaction goes for long phase, it should not vanish its data after some time. So that thing these people are doing. And then an atomic transaction protocol. There are three protocols we have seen. The three major protocols, that was completion protocol, durable 2PC, that is two phase commit, and volatile two phase commit. So these were the three protocols used for atomic transition. We have also talked about coordinator is important role to handle different types of participants with different types of protocol, that is completion, volatile and durable protocols. And we have seen the process whenever we go for atomic transition, how process is been done by the coordinator while handling the atomic transition. Now today's focus is now on business activities. Now business activities are nothing but whenever multiple services get interact with one another, at that situation a complicated code is being committed. Here in diagrammatic representation, when service A gives an output to service B and C, now you see in B and C different plans are being executed. B will be providing data for plan A and for plan B also. Same way service C will be providing data for the same plan A and plan B also. So parallelly different types of plan will be executed at the same time by different services. So to tackle those situations, the business activities plays very important role. This is one of the important what we call as coordination being done by the WS coordinator, where multiple services output are handled to what we call as commit or to for the rollback. And we see whenever there is a plan A need to be get executed, you see the input need to be get received from service B and service C. And apart from that, whenever we are executing plan A, indirectly service A one minute, indirectly service A components are again being added into that, and it becomes very complicated for handling those under atomic transition. So here the business activity plays a long run. So those activities which are governing long running, so means any activity is running long time with complex service activities that require some hours, days or even weeks to pass some business activity, those are under being considered as an business activity. देखो जो भी activity बहुत दूर टाइम तक चलने वाली है, कॉम्प्लेक्स है, and it will take some hours or it may take some minutes or even it may take some weeks, then those activities are being treated under business activity. So it is always interdependent. So this distribution of business activity has a regular complex activity. So you see regularly they are tackling with the complex activities in the participation, and there are different types of protocols. So protocols number may be changing. Based on atomic transition, we have seen there are different three types of protocols. Same types of protocols again are being used in a very different way and at a regular movement, so it becomes very complicated. So in this example what we have seen that for executing plan A and plan A, we need some support from service B also and from service C also. And to tackle those situations, the coordinator will be working on the mechanism called as business activity. Now what is business activity? What is exactly going on in the business activity? So as atomic transition, WS, that is business activity, is a coordinator type designed to leverage the coordination context management framework. So it is nothing but a coordination context management framework that will be working for you. Context management means what? That will be focusing only on the context, and two very similar protocols. These are the two protocols which will be working on behalf of business activity. Previously in atomic transition there were three protocols. यहाँ पर ये दो ही protocols इसको काम में आते हैं. Now what are the name of the protocols? You have to keep in mind whenever you go for the examination. It is business agreement with participant completion. Business agreement with participant completion protocol, which allows a participant to determine when it has completed its parts in a business activity. यानी ये जो प्रोटोकॉल है, जो भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स आएंगे उनके साथ एग्रीमेंट करेगा कि उनका काम खत्म होने के बाद ही वो बाहर जाएंगे. सो दैट टाइप ऑफ प्रोटोकॉल इज देयर. एंड सेकंड वन इज बिजनेस एग्रीमेंट विद कोऑर्डिनेशन कंप्लीशन. This is participation completion, this is coordination completion. Now this protocol which requires the participant really on the business activity coordination to notify it that it has a no future processing responsibility. यानी coordinator कब activate होगा और कब deactivate होगा, all will be maintained by this protocol. And participation, when it will be activated and when it will be deactivated, all this protocol, all this will be maintained by this business agreement with participant completion. So these protocols you have to keep in mind. This is the only difference between atomic transition and business activity. यही दो चीज़ें आपको पता होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, बाकी कुछ नहीं इसके अंदर. Okay, protocols and the process how it has been tackled, because here it is very complex and it requires some hours or minutes or even a week for business activity. So prepare notes for these 2 points. Now we'll talk about orchestration. Now see here, the orchestration, the meaning of orchestration, whenever you go in industry you'll find there is a very complicated meaning of orchestration. Now orchestration, the organization that already have employed enterprise application integration, that EAI, middleware product, to automate business process or to integrate various legacy environment, will likely already be familiar with the concept of orchestration. In this system, a centrally controlled set of workflow logical facilitate interoperability between two or more different application. Now see, ये diagrammatically मैं आपको explain करता हूँ. Now अब assume करो कि अगर हमारे पास एक नया पुराना सिस्टम है और एक नया सिस्टम है. पुराना सिस्टम को हम फेंक नहीं सकते क्योंकि उसके अंदर डेटा है. नया सिस्टम हमें बनाना पड़ता है बिकॉज मार्केट की ज़रूरत है. नाउ द मिडिल सर्विस, जो मिडिल वाला जो होता है, जो पुरानी सिस्टम को नई सिस्टम के साथ इंटीग्रेट करने का काम करता है, द थिंग इज कॉल्ड एज एन ऑर्केस्ट्रेशन. हियर इन दिस डायग्राम, सर्विस ए इज कॉल्ड एज एन ऑर्केस्ट्रेशन. ऑर्केस्ट्रेशन मीन्स व्हाट? नाउ दिस सर्विस विल बी इंटीग्रेटिंग legacy system, यानी पुरानी सिस्टम with a new system. Now this is very complicated task. पुरानी सिस्टम को नए सिस्टम के साथ जोड़ना, it's very difficult. यानी in old days people used to store data in files. People used to use program called as a COBOL, Fortran. ऐसे पुरानी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज यूज़ करते थे. आज के ज़माने people are using object oriented programming just like Java or C# or anything new in the market. So integrating these two things is nothing called as an orchestration. Integrating of two, that is legacy system, legacy yani purana, and new system is done by the orchestration. Now this is the definition. A common implementation of orchestration is a hub and spoke. It is hub and spoke model that allows multiple external participants, बहुत सारे participants, to interface with a central orchestration engine. This is nothing but one of the engine that will be coordinating the old system and the new system, different components of the old system, new components of new system. So ये सबको integrate करके workout करने का engine का जो काम करेगा, the thing is called as an orchestration. So you have to be ready with the definition of orchestration. Now what is more thing about this orchestration, ये क्यों करना जरूरी है? One of the driving requirement behind the creation, ऐसा solution हम क्यों बनाते हैं? Accommodate the margin of a large business. जब भी हम नया business कुछ बनाना चालू कर देंगे, at that situation you find there is a need of new application, new business process. जैसे अंबानी ने जी ने अभी जो रिलायंस को इतना बड़ा बनाया है, they have gone into retailing, they have gone into what FMGC market, grocery system. and they have gone into fresh, that is all daily necessities. Now Reliance had expanded in such a way that उनको नए नए एप्लीकेशन जोड़ने की ज़रूरत पड़ेंगी. At that situation, orchestration will play. This is the one of the key word, orchestration, that will allow different system to get integrated with one another. अभी उससे होगा क्या? The role of orchestration is based on the service oriented environment. अगर हमने ये implement किया, it is based focus on service oriented environment. The basic purpose of using this orchestration is that you are integrating old system with a new system, old logic with a new logic, old business logic with a new business logic, old housing and controlling of logic with a new housing and controlling logic. So everything will be integrated with one another, and you are building one of the excellent service oriented solution, and that excellent service oriented solution will be used by maximum peoples, and the outcome will be that your customer will be satisfied. That's why we are going for orchestration. हम पुरानी system को फेंक नहीं सकते, नया बनाने के लिए पुराना हमें use करना ही पड़ेगा. Now orchestration future further leverage the integral interoperability. Now this is one of the most important feature, that is interoperability, that is interaction of previously created application with a newly created application, interaction of old logic with the new logic. So interoperability plays very important role whenever we talk about services. So in service oriented architecture, whenever we are building any logic using orchestration, we are responsible for an organizational business, और बिजनेस को हमें मेंटेन करने के लिए हमें पुराना डेटा को मेंटेन करना ही पड़ेगा और उसको एक्सीलेंट तरीके से इंटीग्रेट करना ही पड़ेगा. सो दैट इज थिंग इज कॉल्ड एज एन ऑर्केस्ट्रेशन. नाउ वन मोर इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट इज कॉल्ड एज अ कोरियोग्राफी. नाउ सी इन अ डायग्रामेटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन कोरियोग्राफी प्लेज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. द नेम ऑफ कोरियोग्राफी, इस नाम को अलग तरीके से भी बोला जाता है मार्केट में. द नेम इज कॉल्ड एज अ वेब सर्विस कोरियोग्राफी डिस्क्रिप्शन लैंग्वेज. नाउ इन प्रीवियस एग्जांपल, ऑर्केस्ट्रेशन इज एन इंजन. Orchestration is an engine, is an interaction, is an interface between two different applications. Here, choreography is nothing but it is a choreography description language, जिसको हम CDL बोला जाता है. WS मतलब क्या? वेब सर्विस, यानी जो सिर्फ सर्विस वेब के ऊपर ही एग्जीक्यूट होगी. एंड इट इज कोरियोग्राफी डिस्क्रिप्शन लैंग्वेज, दैट इज CDL. सो दिस लैंग्वेज इट इज एक्सटर्नली, आपको अलग कोडिंग करनी पड़ती है. यहाँ पर हम डायग्रामेटिकली रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. दैट इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ए, यानी पहला कोई तो भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, उसके अंदर की एक एप्लीकेशन है. देन देर इज अनदर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, अनदर कंपनी विद अनदर एप्लीकेशन. आपको ये दोनों को अगर इंटीग्रेट करना होगा. प्रीवियस एग्जांपल में कैसा था, और कोरियोग्राफी में आपका एक ही डोमेन है, यहाँ पर एक ही तरीके की कंपनी है, बट पुराना डेटा और नया डेटा को जोड़ने का काम करता है. यहाँ पर अलग है. यहाँ पर देर इज सेपरेट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन with another application, there is separate application organization with another application. यहाँ पर प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस में डिफरेंस हो सकता है. यहाँ पर अगर कोबोल है तो यहाँ पर भी कोबोल आप नहीं बोल सकते, यहाँ पर जावा हो सकता है, या फिर सी प्लस प्लस भी प्रोग्रामिंग हो सकती है. नाउ व्हाट इज द ड्यूटी ऑफ कोरियोग्राफी इज दैट कोरियोग्राफी विल बी इंटीग्रेटिंग दिस टू टाइप्स ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म्स. ये अलग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अलग एप्लीकेशन को इंटीग्रेट करने का काम करेगा कोरियोग्राफी. ओके, ऑर्केस्ट्रेशन अलग अलग एप्लीकेशन के प्रोसेस को इंटीग्रेट करता है. कोरियोग्राफी अलग अलग एप्लीकेशन को ही डायरेक्ट इंटीग्रेट करता है. और जब भी ये इंटीग्रेट करता है, देयर इज अ डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज, वी कॉल इट एज कोरियोग्राफी डिस्क्रिप्शन लैंग्वेज. ओरली this CDL will be helping us to integrate application A with the application B of organization A and organization B to create a new excellent application. And that's it, what we are expecting this from choreography and service oriented architecture. Okay, now हम ज़्यादा डिटेल में नहीं जाएंगे. Now next session is focusing on addressing reliable messaging, correlation, policies, metadata exchange, security, notification and eventing. Now what is this one? We'll go into detail about that. When we talk about addressing, now addressing is one of the most important thing when we talk about service oriented architecture. So the notes are already been shared with you. Now we are entering into second part of this chapter, that is called as a web service and contemporary service oriented architecture, and we are into part 2, that is advanced messaging. Now we are entering into another type of messaging. Previously we have used message exchange pattern. Now we will be entering into upcoming what all phenomena are used for using a messaging, metadatas, and what are the securities being provided by the service oriented architecture in a contemporary format. Now addressing means what? Any service you want to address, we want to transfer a message, you need to have some specific address of that service. Now one computer can interact with another computer because we have an IP address of that computer. You have an IME code for your mobile also, तो आपको वो locate करना बहुत simple हो जाता है. But when you are writing a code in a form of a service, now connecting one service with another service is very complicated. Now this complication is been handled by one of the technique called as an addressing. Now addressing is a technique where SOAP management, SOAP messaging, that is your message, will be transferred to the corresponding services. Now how it is been done? Now how is it is been done? First one is endpoint references. This service reference is been maintained by your message, that is SOAP messaging. The new thing been added into SOAP messaging here is that you are maintaining the end reference of your service. Second one is that your message is containing the header. Message is containing the header information. Previously SOAP में header नाम में ज़्यादा information नहीं होती थी. Now this header, the message which is transferring from one service to another service, it is knowing the reference of the end service. Second important thing is that himself, the SOAP protocol, it is maintaining the header part, and header contains all information of the service that is to be located, which service it is providing the message, what is exactly present into this message. Everything is stored in the header in the form of information. That's why it is called as a message information header. It is not just a header, it is information header. Third important thing is that addressing and transport protocol independency. Now these people have differentiated addressing protocols and transport protocols separately. The protocols which will be only identified, so there are special protocols that will be only handling identifying the address of the corresponding services जिसको हमें वो message देना है, and there will be a separate protocol that will be traveling your message in a secured manner. So secure तरीके से ये आपके मैसेज को उस सर्विस की तरफ पहुंचाने का काम करेंगे. So ये दोनों प्रोटोकॉल्स इन्होंने सेपरेट किए हैं, and that protocol independency is maintained throughout the process. Now how this addressing in SOAP is been done? Now in SOAP, addressing is a key part. Now correlation, web services and SOAP message, these are interlinked process. Now ये जब होता है क्या है, addressing क्या करता है? Now addressing whenever it transmits some data, now ये protocol जब भी काम करेगा, it will take help of some key components. यानी ये क्या help लेगा? एक reliable messaging उसकी help ले लेगा, एक policies की help ले लेगा, what are standards, एक rules क्या है वो use करना है, metadata exchange, कौन सा data आपको exchange करना है, नोटिफिकेशन आपको किसको करना है, कब करना है, इवेंटिंग कब करना है, कब इवेंट जनरेट करना है, ये सभी इंफॉर्मेशन एड्रेसिंग प्रोटोकॉल मेंटेन करेगा. विद द हेल्प ऑफ SOAP मैसेजिंग, SOAP is a protocol that will be again helping the addressing protocol, and that information will be correlated to the corresponding web services. तो आपकी जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन होगी वो कोरिलेट करेगा, एंड दैट विल बी ट्रांसपोर्ट टू द स्पेसिफिक वेब सर्विसेज, तब जाके आपको ये मिलेगा. सो एड्रेसिंग प्लेज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल एज फार एज SOAP इज कंसर्न. सो दिस इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हेन वी गो फॉर एड्रेसिंग. एंड सेकेंड वन इज दैट, जब भी हमने यहाँ पर बोला ना एड्रेसिंग, नाउ हियर विल टॉक अबाउट रिलायबल मैसेजिंग. नाउ रिलायबल मैसेजिंग मीन्स व्हाट? अ मैसेजिंग दैट विल कंटेन इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ क्लाइंट and server, that is your sender and receiver services. दोनों के बीच में कौन सी messages transfer होने वाले, that is nothing but WS reliable messaging. So reliable messaging is one of the protocol that will be working in this addressing protocol for your execution. Then there is RM source and RM destination. What is RM source and RM destination? That is nothing but reliable messaging. So reliable messaging source and reliable messaging destination, ये दोनों के बीच में इंटरेक्शन जब भी होगा, it will be done by a specific protocol called as WS reliable messaging, which will be taking help of reliable source, reliable destination, application source and application destination. तो जब भी रिलायबल मैसेजिंग काम करेगा, ये रिलायबल मैसेजिंग ये 4 कंपोनेंट्स को यूज़ करके काम करेगा. वन इज़ RM सोर्स, RM डेस्टिनेशन, एप्लीकेशन सोर्स, एप्लीकेशन डेस्टिनेशन. तो ये 4 कंपोनेंट्स काम करेंगे आपको रिलायबल मैसेजिंग के लिए, and that will be in a very sequence way, that will be having a acknowledgement कि आपने क्या ट्रांसमिट किया है, उसको फिर से रिप्लाई आना चाहिए कि उसने क्या ट्रांसमिट किया है एग्जैक्टली. सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द एग्जांपल वेयर one machine will be interacting with the one other machine, one service will be interacting with another service. There is RM source, there is RM destination, there is application source, there is application destination, and this part, the central part, will be nothing but your messaging. This will be done with a sequence way. This is called as sequence acknowledgement. तो आपको acknowledgement भी आना चाहिए and आपका message भी जाना चाहिए in a sequence. It should not be a continuous process. It should be in a format of sequence. एक के बाद एक मैसेज जाना चाहिए. उसी तरीके से एक के बाद एक acknowledgement पीछे आना चाहिए. So that is nothing but called as reliable messaging and addressing. ये जो हमने पढ़ा था, the concept was called as addressing. क्या बोला जाता है इसको? This concept is called as addressing. Addressing means what? Specifically कौन से सर्विस को किस तरीके से डेटा ट्रांसफर करना है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एन एड्रेसिंग. नाउ कोरिलेशन, कोरिलेटिंग योर मैसेज विद वन अनदर. आपके पास सिर्फ मैसेज है, आपको मैसेज पता होना चाहिए कि किसने किसको भेजा है और ये फिर से क्या लेके जाने वाला है. सो कोरिलेशन इज नथिंग बट इज एन एब्स्ट्रैक्ट, इज ए कम्युनिकेशन बिटवीन टू सर्विसेज. It is a communication between two services where two services will be correlated with one another with one of the message. So correlating one with another is done by your messaging, and the concept is called as correlation here. Now correlation is done in the form of message exchange pattern and activities. Now correlation किस तरीके से की जाती है? मैसेज से correlation की जाती है, एक्टिविटीज से correlate किया जाता है. कौन सी एक्टिविटीज के लिए कौन कौन चाहिए, कौन से मैसेज को ट्रांसफर करने के लिए कौन कौन चाहिए, दैट इज नथिंग बट कोरिलेशन. नाउ कोरिलेशन इज अगेन बीइंग कोऑर्डिनेटेड. ये कोरिलेशन जब भी हम करेंगे तो कोऑर्डिनेटर, दैट इज WS कोऑर्डिनेटर, विल बी हेल्पिंग टू कोरिलेट टू डिफरेंट सर्विसेज on the base of their message exchange pattern and on the basis of their activities also. So that will be correlated. Again, whenever you are going for correlation, there is again orchestration is again. जब भी हम orchestration के लिए जाएंगे वहाँ पर भी correlation की ज़रूरत होती है. हम coordination के लिए जब भी जाएंगे वहाँ पर भी correlation की ज़रूरत होती है. Whenever we are going for addressing, वहाँ पर भी correlation की ज़रूरत होती है. Whenever we are going for reliable messaging, वहाँ पर भी correlation की ज़रूरत है. And overall, service oriented architecture required correlation. So the concept called as a correlation is very vast. We need to implement it at message exchange level, we need to use it at coordination level, we need to use it at orchestration level, we need to use it for addressing, at reliable messaging, and finally it has been used at extreme level at service oriented architecture. So correlation is one of the most important thing when we interact two service with one another. Now rules, किस तरीके से इंटरेक्शन होंगे, सम पॉलिसीज नीड टू बी सेट. जब भी हम दो सर्विसेज को इंटरेक्ट करने के लिए भेजते हैं, देयर शुड बी सम पॉलिसीज, देयर शुड बी सम लिमिटेशंस ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी. सो पॉलिसीज आर बीन क्रिएटेड. ये पॉलिसीज मतलब क्या, ये रूल्स बनाए जाते हैं यूजिंग WS एक्सटेंशन. दिस आर रूल्स बीन रिटन इन XML फॉर्मेट, इन द फॉर्मेट ऑफ वेब सर्विसेज. क्या करते हैं ये सर्विस? दिस आर ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड for the purpose of actual business level requirements. These are being created for the nature of the data being exchanged. These are being created for organizational security purpose. So these are the three reasons for what purpose these policies are being created. First, actual business level requirement. Second one, data to be exchanged. And third one, for the purpose of security, these policies are being created. Now what all things become a problem whenever you are being creating policies. जब भी हम कोई पॉलिसी बनाना चालू करेंगे हमारे लिए बीच में कौन कौन से चीज़ें फाइनलाइज हो जाती है. तो बिहेवियर एंड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आर बीन आइडेंटिफाइड, प्रेफरेंसेस कौन पहले कौन बाद में, प्रेफरेंसेस आर बीन आइडेंटिफाइड, टेक्निकल लिमिटेशंस कौन कौन से टेक्निकल लिमिटेशंस आ सकती है उस दो सर्विसेज को इंटरेक्ट करने के लिए, एंड क्वालिटी ऑफ सर्विस अगर हम इंटरेक्ट करेंगे तो हमारी सर्विस की क्वालिटी किस तरीके से होंगी. तो पॉलिसीज़ बनाते समय ये तीन चीज़ों को ध्यान में रखा जाता है और पॉलिसीज़ जब भी बन जाती है ये आउटकम बन के बाहर आ जाता है. बिहेवियर, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक, प्रेफरेंसेस, टेक्निकल लिमिटेशंस एंड क्वालिटी ऑफ सर्विसेज come out as an output of this policies. So this is what we call as most important thing of policies. And we'll talk about metadata exchange, the last concept, that is metadata exchange. So what is metadata? Data about data is called as a metadata. यानी अगर हम स्टूडेंट के रिकॉर्ड इंसर्ट करते हैं, यानी स्टूडेंट का रिकॉर्ड इंसर्ट करते हैं, नेम, रोल नंबर, डेट ऑफ बर्थ एंड देन योर फीस एंड एवरीथिंग, तो हम जब भी ये स्टोर करते हैं तो हमारे पास अगर 10,000 रिकॉर्ड रहेंगे तो हम उसको रिकॉर्ड बोलते हैं, दैट वी कॉल इट एज अ डेटा. बट आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि अगर आपने कुछ डेट डाला, ये कौन सा डेट है, डेट ऑफ बर्थ है क्या डेट ऑफ एडमिशन है, तो उसके फर्स्ट लाइन जो होती है आपके टेबल की, दैट थिंग इज गिविंग अ रेफरेंस कि नीचे वाला जो भी रिकॉर्ड रहेगा उस फील्ड में क्या रहेगा, उस चीज़ को बोला जाता है मेटा डेटा. मेटा डेटा इज नथिंग बट डेटा अबाउट डेटा. यानी आप जब भी टेबल बनाते हैं आप देखेंगे पहले हेडर लिखते हैं टेबल का और उसके बाद नीचे रिकॉर्ड लिखते हैं. सो सेम वे द थिंग विच इज रिटन इन हेडर इज कॉल्ड एज मेटा डेटा. सो मेटा डेटा एक्सचेंज इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग कि आपको टाइटल पता होना चाहिए जब भी आपका डेटा जा रहा है. अगर मैंने कुछ डेट भेजा है तो मेरे सर्विस को पता होना चाहिए कि वो है क्या, वो डेट ऑफ बर्थ है क्या, डेट ऑफ एडमिशन है क्या, डेट ऑफ एडमिशन कैंसलेशन है क्या, डेट ऑफ कंप्लीशन ऑफ कोर्स है. तो वो पता होने के लिए मेटा डेटा एक्सचेंज होना भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. सो दिस थिंग हैड हियर वी हैव कम अक्रॉस. whenever the metadata is been transferred, there are different manually location of searching is been done, there is manually requirement of contraction is been done, there are programmatically retrieval of public service registry is been done, and there is programmatically retrieval of interaction with proprietary interfaces is been done. So metadata will be not interacting that your data using SOAP protocol, but it will be interacting with taking into consideration different location, different requirement, different registries and different interfaces. So ये चीज़ों को ध्यान में रखेगा, लोकेशन, रिक्वायरमेंट, रजिस्ट्री एंड इंटरफेसेस, ये सब चीज़ों को वो ध्यान में रखेगा, एंड देन ओनली metadata will be transferred from one service to another. Now there is separate programming been done, we call it as WS metadata exchange, वेब सर्विस मेटाडेटा एक्सचेंज, और हम उसको स्पेसिफिकेशन नाम दिया है. स्पेसिफिकेशन मतलब क्या, कुछ स्टैंडर्ड्स बनाए हैं. ना ये स्टैंडर्ड्स जो हम बनाते हैं WS मेटाडेटा एक्सचेंज के लिए, दिस आर बीन रिटन बाय WSDL, दैट इज वेब सर्विस डिस्क्रिप्शन लैंग्वेज. दिस आर बीन रिटन इन अ फॉर्मेट ऑफ स्कीमा, यानी एक XML का कोड लिखा जाता है. दिस आर इन रिटन इन द फॉर्मेट ऑफ पॉलिसीज, कुछ टेक्स्ट पॉलिसीज कंपनी फॉर प्रिपेयर करती है मेटा डेटा एक्सचेंज के लिए, और ये चीज़ें ज़रूरी होती है जब भी हम कोई मेटा डेटा एक्सचेंज का स्पेसिफिकेशन बनाते हैं. सो मेटा डेटा एक्सचेंज डायरेक्टली नहीं बनाया जाता, पहले उसके स्पेसिफिकेशंस बनाए जाते हैं, और उस स्पेसिफिकेशन को बनाने के लिए ये तीन चीज़ों को ध्यान में रखा जाता है. वन इज़ लैंग्वेज, सेकेंड वन इज स्कीमा, एंड थर्ड वन इज पॉलिसी, एंड देन ओनली डेटा, that is metadata information, is transferred from one service to another service. Okay, so are you clear with this one? And the
Yes,
last
sir.
point, yes,
Yes, sir.
okay, now we'll go for the last point, that is security. Now जब भी कोई चीज़ें ट्रांसफ़र हो जाती है from one service to another service, तो that should not happen haphazardly. Some securities need to be maintained. So what is that security? So again we are writing WS web service securities. तो यहाँ पर हमें और कुछ XML की कोडिंग करनी पड़ती है with the help of SOAP messaging. Now ये कोडिंग करते समय what we are doing? Now here we are using WS security. we are writing services in the format of security. We are using XML signatures, digital signature हम देखते ना, that type of signaturing is done using XML language. And your data which is transferring from one service to another, that need to go for encryption, यानी वो उसको encrypt करके ही transfer करना ज़रूरी है. So there are different three types of techniques, different three types of technologies being used when we talk about security. What are the technology? That is WS security, there is XML signature, and there is XML encryption. These are the three different types of techniques we are using for the purpose of security, and this how it has been implemented, whether it is SAML, that is security accessible markup language, or whether we are using XML, that is XML access control markup language. ये अलग तरीके के markup languages होती है जहाँ पर security और XML access दोनों के ऊपर वर्कआउट किया जाता है. Many people use .NET Passport also for the purpose of security. So these are the three primary extension nowadays people are using. This is nothing but a sign on, single sign on. These are the three primary extension being used for the purpose of security, that is SAML, .NET Password, and XACML, that is XML access control markup language. ये यूज़ की जाती है फॉर द पर्पज़ ऑफ सिक्योरिटी. और सिक्योरिटी किस चीज़ से बनती है? ये तीन चीज़ों से बनती है, दैट इज़ सिक्योरिटी, सिग्नेचर एंड एनक्रिप्शन. और ये इनको बनाने के लिए ये तीन चीज़ों का यूज़ किया जाता है. आर यू क्लियर विद दिस? यस.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this how we have completed the basic part of contemporary SOA, that is addressing, reliable messaging, correlation, policies, metadata exchange, securities. Securities itself contain notification and eventing, so these are internal part. So here it has not been asked frequently in university papers, so we are not that much focused, but you should prepare at least for today's description. You have to prepare a short note on addressing and reliable messaging. You can prepare a short note for correlation, policies and metadata exchange also. तो ये 5-5 मार्क के शॉर्ट नोट अगर पूछे गए तो दे में आस्क यू व्हाट इज रिलायबल मैसेजिंग, राइट अ शॉर्ट नोट. दे में आस्क यू राइट अ शॉर्ट नोट ऑन एड्रेसिंग. ये अलग अलग कंसेप्ट है, ध्यान में रखो. एड्रेसिंग इज डिफरेंट, reliable messaging is different, correlation is different, policies are different, metadata exchange is different. So write a short note on all the concept that we have covered today. Apart from that, write a short note for today's concept also, orchestration and choreography. ये notes मैंने already आपको भेजे हैं. Prepare your 1-page answer for all the description, and will be starting on Monday with most important and important 10 marks question that has been asked on a critical part, that is a principle of service oriented architecture, anatomy of service oriented architecture, and then we'll be completing with chapter number 2. So very limited part of this chapter is remaining. Okay, if you have any doubt you can speak with me. Yes.
No, sir. Currently, no.
No, sir.
Okay, so we'll meet on Monday at the same time 11:30 to 12:30, and we'll complete with this principles of service oriented architecture, and we'll wind up with chapter number 2, and only 3 chapters are remaining, and that will be covering very soon. At the end of the month we'll be completing with the syllabus. Okay.
Sir,
Okay,
please
sir.
share the PowerPoint as a screen. Teaser notes.
ये वाला, हाँ. Yes, Abhijit.
Each chapter is a notes. Please give me it in a WhatsApp group.
ये नोट्स चाहिए क्या आपको?
Yes.
सभी चैप्टर के नोट्स चाहिए क्या?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will
First
send you.
off.
Okay, I will send you immediately all chapter notes on your WhatsApp group, and you can prepare your notes. Ashwini, you can prepare your notes also. Okay.
Yes.